Chai, Omo, I really don't know how to talk about this because it's quite sad to hear this news and to read about what has happened to one of Nigeria's shining star, an amazing boxer, Nigerian boxing champion success. His real name is Olanrewaju Shegun. This man died during bouts. I mean, it's we sometimes hear stories of somebody was fighting and then he died in the ring, and most of them are fables and things that did not happen. But unfortunately for Oluwasegun Olanrewaju, that is true. This young man passed away after collapsing during a match against Ghanaian fighter John Mbanogo at the boxing arena on the night of March 29, 2025. This man was 40 years old, a veteran of the sport. And it was supposed to be like a friendly situation. So it wasn't like maybe some hard fight was going on. It was supposed to be friendly, but of course it's boxing, anything can happen. And he's been winning by points. I mean, it's always just some freak situation that happened. I cannot even imagine how his opponents will be feeling now, because that's sort of saying that he killed somebody. Even though it's all in the spirit of sports and whatnot, he's still, I don't know if he's going to have to answer to that. I don't know if they're going to pursue it legally or anything of such, but he can say that this man, while competing, hit somebody so hard that he passed on. He was competing in an undercard bout of Ghana's professional boxing league's fight, and it was the 15th night when the unthinkable now happened. This man, like I mentioned, now he had been leading on points in a competitive, but like I mentioned, very friendly exchange with this man. But the funny thing is, his competitor, his name is Power. Yes, and he's a rising star in the Ghanaian boxing scene. So imagine a veteran fighting somebody who's just starting in his career and all that, and you now die in the hands of that person. We don't know if there is maybe some sort of medical condition that caused the collapse to happen and for him to die. But there's a video footage of when he actually went down, and some persons even thought maybe it was some sort of knockout. In boxing there's knockout when you hit your opponent and he can't stand up, but thankfully the coach realized that it looks like this particular falling, this slump, is not the typical one. So he went to him and then he was able to beckon on other persons. If you see the footage, he beckoned on the bellman for medical assistance, and the bellman initially, and even the timekeeper, they initially thought it was a knockdown, but after a flurry of punches, the exchange punches, he staggered, he suddenly fell to the canvas, his body limped as he hit the ground. Now they took him out of the ring, they did emergency procedures, you normally do your first aid and all of those things to try to revive this man who went, unconscious. He was stretched out, right, and transported to the teaching hospital, but despite their efforts, shortly after he arrived, he was pronounced dead. So I think he was sort of maybe unconscious but still alive until he got to the hospital. But for whatever reason, we don't know if it was a seizure, we don't know if it's concussion, we don't actually know what happened. Maybe they are going to perform autopsy and the likes of it for us to know what actually happened to Olanrewaju. This man was born in Lagos State, Nigeria. He carved out an impressive career in the ring. He amassed a record of 13 wins, 12 by knockout out of 23 professional fights. His boxing career was marked by triumphs. He captured the national and Western African light heavyweight titles. He was a respected person, right? And before this match, he had 4 consecutive losses. So maybe his strength had been weak. We don't know. Maybe his strength has been waning or something else has been happening. We actually don't know what happened, but it's just unfortunate that we've lost Olanrewaju this way. Anyways, that's all we have for now. If we have any other updates, if the Nigerian Boxing, Federation says something, if the Ghanaian Federation, the boxing organization there says something, if his family says something, maybe autopsy, or his coaches say maybe, I know whatever thing happens, I would definitely let you know. We are your one-shop plug for everything entertainment. I know that's come. Quickly share this news, however, how heartbreaking it might be. We still needed to know. We tell you things that are happening in the society as they come. I will see you in the next video. Until then, please take care of yourselves. Like this video if you enjoyed it, share with family and friends, subscribe to this channel if you're not yet subscribed, and bye.